but I think call this an easy guess. But I think whoever wins winners finals is in such a catbird seat that it almost feels like a lock to win the tournament.
It honestly probably would be at that point, because right now,
freezing cold take, I know, as far as how the statistics goes, but like it just feels like with how much back and forth is going on in losers, the further you can put yourself to where it's just 3 games and I'm out of here. That's what's going to come down to it in the end, I feel like.
You definitely want it to come down to that if you have the opportunity. And Kusi has been in this spot. This is the 3rd time he's gotten to like winners finals this season alone. Like,
yep.
We talked about it before, how Kusi's kind of had the bridesmaid thing going on a little bit. Kind of gets to grand finals from the winner's side, beats a really, really good player to get there, Cake Assault, Soul Rifle, maybe even now ZeeBee, and just is unfortunately not able to close it out.
We said it earlier, maybe this is the one.
Maybe this is the one. It would be nice to see if Kusi take home a victory, you know? Because I think that's one thing that's eluded him a little bit, is that he's wanted like a big win over like everyone. And yeah, we're seeing it right there. ZeeBee on the Malo for this set.
I'm not shocked at that in the slightest. With how Ori versus ZeeBee, Ori versus Crag can be so polarizing. I mean, this just makes a ton of sense. And it's interesting too, because, you know, I'll be honest with you, I don't really think there is someone on ZeeBee's level with Malo out there to get ready against. You know, who do you call upon? Who's your Prince Abu of Malos, right?
Clearly, we need to call on Colby Jack, one of the sleeper Malos from Genesis and from more recent onlines, to warm up Kusi for this Malo. But maybe he's just been doing some studying on his own. You know, maybe he's gotten some adaptations on his own time. He's got some game plans he wants to execute. We're gonna find out here as we go into Game 1 of Winners Finals on Jules Vale. Kusi's favorite stage, to my understanding. It was the stage.
Oh, well, that's a start. Okay.
Yeah, just
but I mean, really, 2 sets for one of these players. 2 sets, and you have won the first online major. This is so important to get a good game plan early. And right now, you are looking at a
yeah.
I was gonna say a fantastic start for Kusi, but not anymore.
No, you are gone at 50. Just constant spikes off the down into the depths. Oh my goodness.
That was insane. Off of one reversal. One slip up where they missed the bash, and ZeeBee's like, I got you.
Yeah, but right there, Kusi's saying, I mean, you got me. Okay, that's kind of cute. Look at you, you know, but I got you right back. Don't worry. 2 stocks apiece, and ZeeBee is just constant with this pressure off stage.
Wow. And it's crazy, too, because of how that hitbox works. Because normally, Ori has a pretty easy time with using the up B there to kind of force their way past a lot of hitboxes. But not that hitbox.
No, not at all. All right, now good tech in place to kind of keep ZeeBee on his toes. But Kusi is just having too much trouble getting out of this spot right now. Oh, not going to die to the bomb. Yep. Oh my god, the rain of bombs from on high.
And that's the crazy part too. Like this here, you're just seeing ZeeBee going, I'm at the top of the stage, I have 3 jumps, I have multiple chances to hit the B button. Good luck.
Right, there it is. Oh, so slight miss input, but manages to give Kusi the up strong for the stock. Sitting on potential last stock of Game 1. Oh, there it is. Yep, just more than comfortable to throw bombs from on high and just keep the pressure going. ZeeBee takes game number 1. Pretty authoritative.
That was such a crazy sleight of hand, because I was watching ZeeBee up B across the stage, and then suddenly there was a galaxy, and I'm like, wait, what?
You miss it if like you're not paying attention, and that's the tricky thing about Malo. There's so many ways to kind of keep bomb pressure going. And we're seeing, like, even with all the changes, that ZeeBee still has some of, like, the best bomb pressure, some of the best, like, situational forcing in the game right now. At least
and so all of that Game 1, right? You saw the script flip so fast, because Game 1 started, Kusi was push, and then all of a sudden it was aerials and it was normals. That's what led to the first couple of stocks there for ZeeBee. It was offstage, it was air to air, and then as soon as he had a half of a lead, ZeeBee was just like, yes, I'm going to rain chaos on you. Good luck. I wish you the best in your ventures. If you can break this puzzle, then we'll fight again. If you can't break this puzzle, you will die.
Exactly. But I think Kusi's gonna have to start bashing the bombs, just straight up.
Yeah, you just can't get past it any other way right now.
There's no safe way to do so. At the very least, you're gonna wind up tanking hits and taking a lot of chip damage. But also on top of that, you have to be diversifying your recoveries, and you have to be forcing ZeeBee to respect you coming back onto stage. Because, like you said before, we saw those two stocks. Down air spike at 50. Forward air spike, down air spike. Not even getting the chance to recover, thinking, okay, maybe I have a little time for mix-up. ZeeBee's like more than willing to just float in that area because he's got 3 jumps. He knows he has time. He knows Ori's going to have to parasol at some point.
Steven, you alright over there? There, okay. I was like, man, we can keep going more about this. Yeah, I love talking about ZeeBee, but going to Rockwall in game 2.
Interesting counterpick from Kusi. I guess again, like we saw before with the sword rifle set, we want to see more like intimidation at the ledge, more Nair DI in. Want to see a little more like really messed up edge guarding situations. But it's still Malo, you know?
Yeah. And what I really like though is that if Kusi can break through this, Ori has that kind of speed both in the air and on the ground to just get in and stay in. But like, until you get there, it's tough.
We're seeing right now that the speed and aggression is definitely paying off. Malo and ZeeBee not even having any time to really set themselves up for success. The pressure in the corner has just been insane. Great parry conversion. Oh my god, willing to take the 20% for the stock.
Yeah, you got to. You got to. In moments like this and on a stage like this, every percent matters.
One thing I will note that this top 8 that we've seen ZeeBee do more as of late versus when he initially started playing Malo is a lot more bomb diversity. You know, we got flashbangs, we got firecrackers, we got a lot of cherry bombs, like a lot of cherry bombs.
I feel like the changes to Malo kind of necessitated that, right? Like when the character first came out and we kind of first understood the character, we're like, all right, this is what makes the character good, and now you have access to really all 4 of them.
The big thing being that finisher was so prevalent too. On top of that, like we saw for a while that ZeeBee was like, yeah, finisher's just the best bomb, because it kind of was. Like, it wasn't exactly like an end-all be-all, but so many other bombs required like a lot of specific timing or maybe some spacing or a little positioning setup. Finisher could just kind of exist and create its own bit of pressure. Speaking of, good cherry bomb conversion into the up air.
Yeah, it kind of was a very simple question, right? Why would I be using these other ones if this one is so much better in every situation? But we have a last stock situation here, and here comes the rain.
I'm loving that Kusi is using the bomb's positioning, like finishers being positioned in certain places to kind of to influence its own combo directions.
Right. And when we talked about it in one of the previous sets, right, how different characters can use different resources to lock down ports of the stage, those bombs raining down is how he's locking it down from the air in kind of a unique position.
Also, we mentioned it before, there hasn't been any way for ZeeBee to kind of cheese out of stock with like a couple of good fair spikes or anything like that before. It's mostly kind of been, unintentional taunt for a chance, but ZeeBee's definitely on the back right now, cannot really afford to take a big hit. Oh, get back on the stage.
Yeah, I was going to say instant ledge tech there.
Yeah, the firecracker's still good, but the dash attack. Oh, oy vey. Kusi taking game number 2 off the wings of rough DI on the dash attack there.
Hey, listen, that's why you counterpick, though. That's why you counterpick that stage.
We were mentioning it before. The small side blast zones were coming in pretty clutch there for Kusi when he needed them the most.
So now we're looking at a best of 3 for the rest of Winners Finals. Kind of curious to see what ZeeBee does as counterpicks on his own here as we get everything loaded up for you. It looks like we're going to jump into Fire Capital. We're going to be taking some time on this one, boys and girls.
Oh, absolutely. A stage like this is gonna facilitate like a much slower paced round. It's gonna necessitate a little bit of defensive play, a lot more dash dancing, and like positional play versus us.
And this is imperative from Kusi. When he gets a hit, he has to take it as far as he can. 50% after 2 sequences there. Great use of his interactions, but I mean this is so important for him, and especially on this stage.
I saw briefly that ZeeBee pulled out another finisher, and I thought, oh my god, he's gonna try and throw it and hit Kusi with it as the other finisher explodes and hits him. And I'm like, there is method to all of this madness, like you said before, but just seeing those little moments where like the pieces fit together and like the vision is there.
Right. You get to look beyond the veil for a second and see what ZeeBee sees.
We peek behind the curtain. There's a lot of there's a Rube Goldberg machine hiding back there, you know.
It's a Rube Goldberg machine. You hear the circus music playing in the background, and the down strong gonna be enough to do it there. It's been bomb, 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 and then it's like, hey, what about a bit of a ground to ground approach, real quick? Exactly,
just to keep Kusi on his toes, because again, like we've seen a lot of aerial defensive stuff from ZeeBee so far. A lot of like throwing bombs down, simple jabs to kind of keep them going towards Kusi. A lot of stage slicing, but also, oh no, that almost killed that.
Dear God, that was my thought exactly. I was like, that can't kill. That can't kill. If
on a stage as big as this, yeah, on a stage as large as this, if that killed at 55 after the hit, I was gonna just be a little sad.
Yeah, on a stage like this against a player like ZeeBee, I'd be like, all right, 6 minutes later, we're gonna go into game 4.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take our sweet time. But hey, downer into the newly buffed Upstrong, so that it does convert more consistently now. They did give it that nice little quality of life to make it just as good as everything as all the others.
And now only 48% on ZeeBee's second stock. We are going to do a slow pace, whether you like it or not, folks. I'm a big fan of this gameplay because it's all about figuring your way around the puzzle, and sometimes you just get to marvel at the puzzle itself.
Sometimes the puzzle just changes midway and you're suddenly doing a new puzzle. You're like, huh, what happened? But
that's absolutely right.
Yeah, sometimes the puzzle gets taken away and suddenly you're playing Minesweeper.
Right, what do you do here if you're Kusi? I mean, you're getting this kind of ticky-tack damage, you're getting what you need to, but 1 or 2 hits is not the answer. That parry, on the other hand, was the answer.
You do have, to some degree, you do have to parry the bombs to some degree. I've talked with Bagel about this before because that Bagel is both ZeeBee's doubles partner and one of ZeeBee's most consistent practice partners. And a lot of the time, ZeeBee will say, I don't like fighting Bagel, because of the fact that Bagel knows all the bomb timings to parry, all of the finisher setups and stuff like that, to really make ZeeBee feel uncomfortable in a lot of what he might want to do.
Man, parrying Malo is always so funny because you just see him stand there a little bit longer and you're just like, all right, what is my game plan? I get to think about this combo for a touch longer now. Nice mix up there on the recovery and just avoids the bash.
Absolutely, but oh my god, the back air does kill off the side. Narrowly avoiding bash to death into stealing game number 3 out from Kusi's hands. Sorry, that is my game. And now ZeeBee is up 2-1.
Do I see this? Do my eyes okay, I was like, wait a minute, are we going back to Fire Capital? There's no way.
I've seen Kusi counterpick the Fire Capital before, but it seems like we are going to be running it back to Jules Vale. I think this might have been a gentleman's agreement, because I think... No, ZeeBee did win here, so this is a totally valid counterpick.
Yeah, it was Rockwall the first counterpick for Kusi.
Yeah, and Kusi did win there. So, but still, ZeeBee up 2-1 right now, looking to maybe make a case for being the one to take the first spot in Grand Finals, you know?
Yeah, this is going to be really important for it. Math aside, right? Like, this is his last game available to him. But, like, how this stock goes, how this kind of conversation in neutral goes, because this is very different from what we saw in Game 1. Game 1 was Kusi right out of the gate, and then ZeeBee kind of snuck one and stole one, and now this is even paced. It's 70 to 60. Who's going to find the stock first? And I feel like it's imperative for Kusi to get stock 1. You cannot enter a trade war with ZeeBee.
You can't enter a trade war with Malo in general, I feel like, at least, because the whole idea of Malo is like, once I have the lead, I can play like a proper zoner. I can do flare gun into bomb setups. I can start doing up strongs. I can start looking for a little tech chase down strongs like that and take the lead. And now I'm taking to the skies. I've got finisher bombs. I've got all these different kinds of things that I want to throw at you. And guess what? You're off stage already. 28, 37, down air. Oh, went for the double dip.
For it again. You're not safe. You're not safe.
Oh no, you are definitely not safe. You are dead. You're dead. This is potentially winner side stock for Kusi right now. Already down to, and already taking 22% from the finisher bomb.
I was gonna say immediately eats a finisher bomb. That's not how you want to have stock 3 start.
No, not at all. Especially since he's sitting at the ledge. It's causing those firecracker traits to happen, which is why ZeeBee's able to get back on the stage and potentially get reversals.
Yeah, and it's just even that little bit, right? That 4 or 5% of the time from the firecracker, when you're down a full stock and just get hit by another finisher bomb, and wow,
ZeeBee with the taunt.
That was it.
3-1. ZeeBee punches his way into grand finals on the winner's side with Malo.
Yeah, from what we've seen at the very least, this has been all Malo the entire time. This is really, really fun.
That is insane.
Actually, speaking of really, really fun, one of the things that I look forward to the most every year is my annual trip up to Sandusky, Ohio.